Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is VGA 9060, and yeah, still haven't come up with a cool name yet, like all the video game guys on Twitch and figure reviewers out here, but I'm still working on it. And it's been a while since we've last had a box opening here, figure an opening, what have you, on my channel here. But I'm back. I got plenty to unravel and unbox for you. But this evening we're doing the WWE Elite Collection Legends Series 17 AJ Styles. And I have two here. I always about, like I say, I always buy two figures. One to have where I could pose and, show off in other videos with other figures. And then I always have one that's boxed later on for me to either sell or give to someone or even donate to some goodwill or charity, some type of event like that. So, this AJ Styles represents him and his likeness during the dying days or weeks of WCW. As you can see here, it comes with a WCW Nitro shirt. And this was when we got our first taste of what AJ Styles would have to offer prior to him going to early NWA TNA. And he was teaming with a gentleman by the name of Air Paris. Together, they comprise a team known as Air Raid. And AJ teamed with Air Paris during, like I said, the final weeks of WCW's existence. Had a couple of matches on Thunder, one or so, I think, on Nitro, in which he lost. It was a tag team elimination match. I think Elix Skipper was involved. And that was it, pretty much. But we got a taste of what AJ Styles could do as far as spiral taps, Fosbury flops, Pele kicks. Pretty dope, if I do say so myself. This is how we all remember AJ Styles, one of the best high flyers in the business, and would later craft his style as he grew older from this image here to a more grounded, technical, submission-based, with a hint of that old aerial-based AJ Styles that we have pretty much come to know and grew to love. Now, after his short stint in the dying days of WCW, AJ would find himself in some matches on WWF Jacked. One of the most famous matches that even WWE shows off as, hey, AJ Styles actually wrestled with us before, was against Hurricane. And I think Hurricane actually hit him with the vertebraker in that match. But yeah, this was what this likeness represents. Now, as you can see, a lot of people were actually looking forward to this AJ Styles, most notably because of the head sculpt on it. And the fact that it's one of the, I want to say I feel like it's just the first AJ we've gotten where it's the wrestling attire AJ, and it has the double jointed elbows. I know the first one that we got with the double jointed elbows was the one that when he fought Undertaker in a graveyard match, and or the boneyard match, not the graveyard match, boneyard match. And then that AJ ended up being a little bit too tall. It's almost as tall as the Taker figure, which kind of irks people. That's something that Jazzwares has a lot with their figures, is that you would get guys and their figures would be just too tall. For example, like the Adam Cole and the Malachi Black. That's why I didn't purchase them. Just, these guys in real life are about 6 feet. I think Daniel Bryan's like 5'10". But when you get the Daniel Bryan AEW figure, he's as tall as like a Drew McIntyre figure. So, but yeah, that was the case with the AJ. This one is just right as far as his height. The face looks just like him. And, let's get a better picture here. That's the sculpt. That even looks like, if you didn't know WWE Legend Series, you would say, oh, that's height. That's yeah, TNA, they're making figures of their legends now? Because that's exactly, you might even be able to find like one of the TNA early pay-per-view promo things and see AJ making the same, you know, facial, having that same expression and what have you. But here's the synopsis. If you want to pause it, you could go read that. Other figures in the lineup are Ultimate Warrior as Dingo Warrior, Shawn Michaels, early Shawn Michaels when he first betrayed Marty Jannetty and threw him through the, well, actually barbershop window, but you know, we can't blame it on Shawn. We all know that Marty threw himself through the window. He was trying to jump out. And then we got Ken Shamrock there. Now, the Ken Shamrock is the one that has the chase. And I also ordered a Ken Shamrock. I'm not going to open Shamrock. Sometimes with the Legends, I just buy one, especially if they have a chase variant. I always just buy the chase. And the funny thing about the Ken Shamrock, actually, I have him here too. So when I ordered it on Target, the display of the figure showed me that I was getting the one in the green, but then it sent me the chase. And I'm very happy about that, because when I think of Ken Shamrock, I as well also think of, you know, this blue attire. The green was during his last run in WWE. He didn't, as when he was pretty much just kind of there, and I think he went back to MMA not long after. It was during his feud with Jericho, in which he wore the green. It's actually the attire he wears when you unlock him in WWE No Mercy. But yeah, that's what I think of when I think of Shamrock. He used to chase, so, and oddly enough, like I said, the green is the default one, and the chase is the blue, which you would think they would make the green the chase, since it was the rarer attire, and the blue the mainline one. But anyway, yeah, let's get it open here. I always open the one that has even the slightest mark on it. And that's this one right here. I think it has like one little microscopic, infinitesimal dot on his nose here. So, here we go. And you're gonna love the AJ Styles figure that I have him to show off with, to show size comparisons and even likeness comparisons towards the end of this video here. So, and you know, what I'm going to not do in this video is forget the accessories and extra parts, because when the last video I did, I believe it was, I want to say it's the Randy Orton figure. I forgot to show off that he came with the hands when he does his signature taunt from the turnbuckles. Which, come to find out, I was just watching a video by another YouTuber, Marky D123, I think his name is. He does like hilarious wrestling videos. You guys should go check him out. He does like, so if a guy had like maybe 20 to 30 matches, a short run, he'll do like a review of each of their matches in a federation or what have you. He just recently did one on a guy named A1, who's also in TNA, a part of Team Canada, and he was one of the first people that did the taunt that Randy Orton does in the corner now. Exactly the same as Orton does it. It's probably what he'll be most famous for, is, hey, he did this taunt before Randy did. But this is the AJ figure. This is a better look at the likeness here. To move the light a little bit there. Looks just like AJ. Probably the best AJ head sculpt to date, as far as Mattel is concerned. We have the, let me see. I can't really say what color these tights are. They look more a maroon. Probably, no, they're more burgundy. Maroon is a little bit lighter than this. I remember because those were my high school colors. And we have AJ Styles there. I don't know if we could get E. Yes. So it does go all the way around. It says AJ there. And as you wrap around here, it says Styles. So there's that. No logo on the bum there. And then we have kind of like a logo here. gold logo there. I don't know what it was supposed to be. I guess it was supposed to be like an insignia to represent air raid because, you know, air raids deal with pilots and things of that nature. And then we got the kick pads here, black kick pads, no logos. And we got the articulation here. We got, of course, the crunch, ab crunch. Always go forward, you know, splits, you know, knees, ankles. Mine isn't too loose. It's just perfect as far as the malleability, how you could say malleability, flexibility. It's not too tight, it's not loose. You got the triple jointed or the double jointed elbows. They're pinless. And I believe if we had the hands, we could do the AJ Taunt if we had some bare-handed, without the gloves. If we had them, we could do the little plate P1 taunt. But yeah, it's not too bad. So that's the AJ's, that's his articulation, lightness, the burgundy trunks. And like I said, we're going to have a lot of people buying this AJ simply for the head sculpt alone, just to make customs of early NWA TNA AJ. Because most of his run, he had the short hair here before the soccer mom. But yeah, in my opinion, this is the best AJ head to date. And it's definitely something that when this figure was first shown, we never thought we would get an AJ in this likeness from WWE because we associate so much with TNA. Then it dawned on us, hey, wait, how come we can't get that AJ figure? They own WCW and everything associated with it. AJ's a contracted WCW or WWE superstar, so why the fuck not? And now we have it. And man, it's just pretty awesome to have this AJ. And since they have kind of had a thing where we'll here and there get a figure of a superstar in their earliest gimmick. We, like, for example, in the other earlier Legends line, we got Undertaker as Mean Mark Callis. The Network Spotlight series, we got Triple H's Hunter Hearst Helmsley. We've gotten Stone Cold Steve Austin also as a Network Spotlight figure when he was with $1 Million Man. But we also are getting, we've gotten a Hollywood Blonde Steve Austin with the WCW Tag Team Championship, which we have yet to get a Brian Pillman to go along with it, which I can't wait till we get another one of those. It's about time we got another Brian Pillman. I would hope someday we would get another Bengals Brian Pillman because the price of the original one's kind of gone up a little bit. But we've got Steve Austin with the WCW TV Championship coming up here, I want to say later this month from Elite Series 100. So they have kind of done a thing where we've gotten like the early versions of figures. We got the Randy Orton in the blue trunks and the John Cena prototype version. We got a few of those actually. So I love it when they do these first version early attire figures of people. Then you could do like a figure evolution video, which if I had more than one AJ Styles, it would be good. If I had some customs, I could do something like that. AJ didn't too much change up his look too much. You have AJ with the No One AJ, which is one of my favorite forms of him. He's pretty much like the loner, quiet. They tried to book him like Sting, going against the Aces and Eights AJ. Then you got the Ric Flair AJ. You got the early TNA AJ when he was a heel, which you can also use this figure for customs. You got New Japan AJ. And then you got WWE, I guess. You got freaking OC AJ. But you could definitely get something going here with AJ here. And let's see how he looks with the Nitro shirt on. And let's pop the hands out. And we're going to do some figure comparisons. And we're going to close up this video. Like I said, I have a lot more to show here in these next coming days. I would like to have, because I got 3 more figures, I guess you could say. 4.5 really, or 3.5 really, because one's a 2-pack, I guess, but it's in one box. So we definitely got more to show here, and I'd like to have those out this week. After that, who knows when I'll do another one of these things. Just stay tuned anyway. But this is what he looks like with the Nitro shirts. I mean, hell, we finally got a nice little mounting unit here for my phone to be held, and learned how to finally do the videos the correct way, because the other ones are in portrait mode. You're supposed to do these videos in landscape mode. But that's him in the Nitro shirt. Fits nice and tight. I love soft goods. Can't stand... I think all the rubber ones should be obsolete. They should not do rubber goods anymore for anybody. I mean, if I really think about it, they may come in handy with certain, you know, like, of course, the headpieces should be cloth, but, you know, you got a hat or something like that. But, like, shirts like this, those should be the dying days. You should be done with that. That and the freaking giving people the Gargano kick pads. Like, I know they got Ricochet coming out. I want to say Elite 102. And the damn Ricochet has got the Jin Kazama gear, but it's got the damn Johnny Gargano kick pads. Not excited about that one, because we don't get a lot of Ricochets. I think we've only gotten maybe 4. We got the one with the variant one. That's like the all-white of his NXT gold and black one. And then we got the one with the yellow pants with the red Ricochet shirt, I think the US Championship. And now we're getting this one. They fucked up the kick pads. So, yeah. But that's the AJ with the hands that comes with him. He's got 2 mic holding hands. And, yeah. You can see Roman there. I just had to show this off. As we see, we always have the Spawn throne in the background. And that's just, I love that. And it just has him like looking at the WWE Championship. Or would that be the, yeah, that's the WWE Championship. The Universal one's the red one now. I just love that. Had to show that off. But as I was saying, we're going to do some height comparisons here of the other AJ Styles figures. And one of them is going to be pretty dope. So, we have this AJ Styles, which is my favorite AJ Styles attire during his WWE tenure. And we have the one we review here now. I want to say this AJ Styles came out before True Effects. So it's one of his weaker likenesses. So I think they've made this attire twice, kind of, sort of. The other one was Survivor Series ones, and I think the kit pads were all blue. But prior to this AJ, the best likeness came from the, I never remember the series. I should have done my research, but I'm just freestyling here. So there's another AJ that came with like the blue shirt and the WWE Championship. I'll say that was probably the best AJ likeness prior to me acquiring this figure here. And just to do the height comparison, we have, this early Toy Biz AJ Styles. Now, to me, it looks kind of like an angry version of Irish Pat Kenny, otherwise known as Simon Diamond, if you guys know who he is from ECW, but he's in early TNA 2 as Irish Pat Kenny. Uh, but yeah, that is the height. Let me push him back a little bit here. Obviously, without zooming in or too far in or too far out, we could tell that this one towers over the other AJs. But this AJ here is probably one of my favorite AJ figures out there. I mean, it's extremely articulated. I mean, it's made by Toy Biz. They had the license to TNA prior to Jax did, but they made some really good figures. Some of them were limited articulation. Uh, and at the time, these were the only figures you were going to get of certain figures, certain guys. Like P.D. Williams, to this day, that's the only P.D. Williams that we've ever had. And I had him a while for a little bit too. He was kind of small, and I just didn't like the way the torso and the arm articulation was on it. But I mean, hey, who didn't want a P.D. Williams figure so he could do the Canadian Destroyer? But this AJ is pretty good. And you can do the P1 tunt with him. So, yeah, but this one, doesn't look much like him. I guess if you go back and watch AJ screaming, you might be able to find a little bit of AJ in that physiognomy there. But he does the P1 sign, and yeah, this is probably the most articulated figure I have, bar none. Sorry about my cat meowing in the background. I had to do this video. This is probably my 5th take just because my cat was just being cacophonous in the background with her meowing. But yes, that concludes my AJ Styles figure review. Yeah, I suggest you guys go out there and get the figure if you're a big AJ Styles fan. To me, it's a must-have. And yeah, that is it. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.